Hi friends, today we're going to read one of our favorite books, The Seven Chinese Sisters, written by Kathy Tucker. We love this book at nursery school, and next week is Chinese New Year, so it's a good time to read it. Once upon a time, there were 7 Chinese sisters who lived together and took care of each other. Each sister had shining black hair and sparkling eyes. Each stood straight and tall, except for 7th sister, who was just a baby. But the sisters were very different. First sister could ride a scooter as fast as the wind. Second sister knew karate, kick-chop, hi-ya. Third sister could count to 500 and beyond. Fourth sister could talk to dogs. Fifth sister could catch a ball no matter how high or fast it was thrown. Sixth sister could cook the most delicious noodle soup. And seventh sister, no one was really sure yet what she could do, as she was so little she had never even spoken one word. Look at that. Far away, across the bridge and through a forest and up a mountain lived a terrible dragon. One day, he woke up very hungry. He took a big sniff and smelled something wonderful. It was Sixth Sister's noodle soup. You can smell it all the way from their house. Down the mountain, over the forest, and across the bridge flew the dragon straight to the 7 sisters' house. The sisters were so busy, they didn't see him coming. First sister was polishing her scooter. Second sister was practicing for her black belt. Third sister was counting grains of rice. Fourth sister was talking to a stray beagle. Fifth sister was throwing up a ball a mile or so and catching it. Sixth sister had just stepped into the pantry to get some more noodles, and seventh sister was crawling around on the kitchen floor. When the dragon peeked in the kitchen door and saw plump little 7th sister, he forgot all about the soup. Instead, he snatched up the baby. Then he flew back over the bridge and forest and up the mountain and into his cave. But as soon as the dragon set 7th sister down, he was going to get some salt. She said her first word ever, and it was an excellent word. It was help. The 6 sisters had just started to look for 7th sister. When they heard her call, right away they knew her voice. 7th sister's in trouble, cried first sister, leaping on her scooter. We must save her. The other sisters hung on behind, pulled by first sister, who was strong as well as fast. The sisters sped across the bridge. Beyond was the deep forest filled with many trees, so many that third sister counted them by twos. Now 7th sister's cries were louder. The sisters headed up the mountain and soon reached the dragon's cave. Help, 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 says the sister. There they are. They could smell smoke and hear the most awful roars. Fourth sister listened carefully. Dragons do not talk exactly like dogs, but she could still understand a little. The dragon was roaring. There's no use calling for help. You're going to be my supper. And suddenly, 7th sister shouted her second word ever, which was no. If you don't bring her out, sir, you will regret it, called 4th sister in the best dog language she could manage. There's the poor sister getting ready to get eaten. The dragon stopped roaring. What was that girl yelling? All he understood was, bring her out, sir, but no one had ever tried to talk to him before. He was so curious, he picked up 7th sister and rushed outside. There's the baby. 2nd sister stepped forward. Then, fast as lightning, she leaped into the air and slapped the dragon on his chin and shouted, hi-ya. The dragon was so surprised that, whoop, 7th sister flew out of his mouth. Back, 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 ran 5th sister. Back, 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 and reaching up, 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 she caught 7th sister neatly like a fly ball. They are all working together. When the dragon saw that his dinner was gone, he fell to the ground sobbing. Hungry, hungry, he whimpered, and 4th sister understood him perfectly, because the word hungry is exactly the same for dragons as it is for dogs. He's starving, she explained, and now all the sisters could see he was quite skinny and sort of sad. Tomorrow, sixth sister can bring him some soup, first sister said. But we've got to get seventh sister home. She's all worn out, and she needs her diaper changed. Sisters, go home, cried baby seventh sister, who was learning to talk very quickly now. First sister put seventh sister on her back and hopped on her scooter. The others hung on behind, and they whizzed fast as the wind down the mountain. But when they reached the forest, first sister stopped. Now that they didn't have seventh sister's prize to guide them, how could they find their way through all these trees? Don't worry, said third sister. I counted the trees when we came. We must go past 500. And so when third sister had counted 500 trees by twos, the seven sisters came to the bridge. They scooted across and back to their house, where they had a delicious meal of six sisters' noodle soup. And what did seventh sister do when she grew tall? She became the best storyteller in the world, and she always told this story first. It's a very fun book about the seven Chinese sisters who take care of each other. We'll see you next time.